Okay, welcome back to the channel. Hobby1 Kenobi here. Today we're just going to jump right in this video. I've got a few things I want to show you. And as you can see here, I'm attaching a strip of styrene that I'm using to replace the edge of this fender. The edge that was supplied by the kit, was molded on, was far too thick, just way out of scale, and also I knew that I was going to damage up this fender quite a bit. So I wanted to have the opportunity to be able to put a new strip down, something that was thin enough and something that could be very kind of easily damaged and would look realistic. So I'm adding it here. I'm using my tweezers, I'm using some Tamiya thin cement. In this case, probably I would have been better off had I not used the quick setting type, but I wanted to see if I could work with that here. I do like the quick setting because it's a little bit more aggressive, and what I was hoping it would do would be melt the plastics together a little bit more, sort of fuse them together, and that's kind of what I'm trying to achieve here. I'm also crimping as I go, so I'll just do like an inch at a time. Laying the strip down. If I attempted to just put it all on at once, it's just not going to work. So I needed to do an inch at a time. Again, I've already sort of buckled, damaged up the fender, so I needed to sort of follow those same contours. And here I am applying damage to the strip with several different tools. In some cases I'm cutting them with Tamiya clippers, sometimes I'm just using the tweezers. And just continually applying the glue, trying to get it to set right. Okay, moving on. The kit supplied a log that is to be attached to the rear of the vehicle. And I decided I was not going to attach it. Looking at my references of Iraqi vehicles, I just didn't. I found some with the log and some without, and I decided I wanted to leave it off. So that said, I needed to then create these sort of attachment points that are used to hold the log in place. And I wasn't really able to salvage anything from the kit. There were pieces that were molded onto the log, but they didn't even look right according to my references. So I decided I was just gonna just make some new ones completely scratch built out of plastic. As you can see here, I'm using a panel line scraper to sort of dig out a section out of this triangle. And here we have the 4 triangles attached to the vehicle. Next up, I needed to make some other pieces that were going to hang down at the bottom. As you can see, I drilled 4 holes in each of these pieces and then attached a couple of panels on top of each of those to get the right look. So the next thing that I wanted to tackle was removing this triangular ring from this particular piece that was going to be attached. It's basically a cover for the engine deck, one of the engine grills, and I'm going to lean it back against the mounts for the oil drums, and since that was the case, I was going to need for it to hang a bit. So here you can see I've removed the piece and I fashioned a new one out of brass rod, and here it is now attached, and here it is hanging off the vehicle. As you can see, because of the angle of this plate, I needed for it to hang a bit. Next up, I'm going to create some damage on these grills. When I work with PE, we're always so careful to make everything look perfect, but looking at my references, I've seen so many grills off of these T-54 and T-55s that were just had complete gaps in them. And even pictures of vehicles in museums have a lot of damage on these grills. So I wanted to replicate that here. I knew this was going to be fun, so I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to film this. This is something I had in mind for the vehicle, even from the very beginning. I really had a lot of fun doing this effect. I did want to be careful to not give it any sort of symmetry, but really make it seem kind of natural that this damage happened over a long period of time. And with that, I'm going to end here. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe. Please hit that bell for notification of future videos. Please feel free to like and share and comment. I really appreciate all of the interaction and all of the support I'm getting from all of you subscribers. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.